good. Really strong hand to open here. I prefer the king was the diamond and the 10 was the club, but take what you can get. Because then you'd have a king high flush draw instead of a 10 high flush draw. But we have a blocker against the nut straight here, but with flush draws out and 4 people in limp pot, let's get this up. Okay, and we flop top pair and a bad flush draw and a gut shot. This is probably good enough to go with him only having 20 big blinds behind. We'll have some draws that we dominate, like if he has if he has a jack with a wrap or something like that with no flush draw, he's probably gonna go with it. Like if he has queen 10 jack 9 or ace queen 10 jack, then we have him in pretty bad shape actually. But he won't fold those type of hands. So because there are a lot of worse hands he would go with there. You pretty much have to go with that hand because you just have a lot of equity. And if he has like top set, you have decent equity too because you have the flush draw and the straight and the gut shot straight draw and a blocker against him filling up. So. And we'll take that. So it's been a pretty good short session here so far. Haven't lost a pot, but haven't played any really big pots. Okay, we'll open this. When the gap in your rundown is at the top, it goes 4, 5, 6, gap 8. It's not as strong as when the gap's at the bottom. Like say if it was 8, 7, 6, 4. You prefer the gaps to be at the bottom, but you still should play hands like this. And of course, you prefer it to be double suited and whatnot. But this flops a lot of strong hands. Okay, and we'll bring up this ace's hand over here and pile these tables. Okay. Okay, we got called out of position by what we assume is the fish because he's been limp calling a lot and calling out of position and just generally seeming to play pretty bad. Okay, we got our aces 3-bet against the guy with the short stack. That's beautiful. So we kind of hope someone just flats here. Flop bottom 2 pair. It's not a monster again like it would be in Hold'em, but it's definitely enough to c-bet. We got bottom 2 pair and a gut shot. You should probably mostly oh, look at that. Sweet. Alright, let's get it in. The only problem here is this guy has a pretty good rundown and this guy has our same aces a whole hell of a lot. But he has kings sometimes too, so let's hold against the kings. Oh, he's got a lot of outs now. Ugh. Okay, we don't love it. Ugh, diamond. Did we hold? Did we hold? We held? Ship it. Alright, that's nice. We got called here, and obviously the turn is atrocious. They're never folding any of the flushes that they happen to get there with, so check it back. And at least one of them has a flush virtually always, so we're just going to give up here. Yeah, he has the flush. Oh, they both had a flush apparently. Okay, let's come down here. I raised this up, and I got one caller in position. I flopped top pair and a jack high flush draw. We got called. He called pretty quick. I think we have to 2-barrel here. He has worse draws or a draw without a diamond often enough. Sometimes he has like ace king and just made top 2 and it's gonna really suck because he's probably gonna shove. Yeah. So that's kind of gross. Problem here is he could have ace king with like better diamonds even, and even against just ace king we're basically drawing to a jack or a diamond, and sometimes not even then, so pretty much have to fold here even with our what's probably a lot of the times a decent amount of equity at least. So that sucks. But the other hand was nice, the 3-way all in. Here, Winter Mag again, kind of a nit, not the best hand. If he 3-bets us here and we're playing out of position, we'll go ahead and fold, but with him just flatting, we're going to go ahead and c-bet. And if he floats us here, we're probably going to double barrel. If he raises us though, we're going to fold. Okay. Okay, this guy is really aggressive, and we very rarely, or we don't check raise him that much, so we're going to check raise him here, just because I check raise so rarely, and we have, obviously, a good enough hand. But most of the times I would check call in this spot, but I'm kind of mixing it up. It's kind of disgusting, because if he does do that, then you don't really love your hand. He could have, like, a bare nut flush draw, but too often he has, like, a better flush draw with a 10 where he's a favorite, or he has like aces with a better flush draw, or kings with a better flush draw, or top set, whatever. In any case, too often you're in bad shape here. That's why I usually check raise there, but I just want to get more check raises, especially more check raise folds into my range. That way I can check raise when I actually have a hand. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, we'll complete this, and then we'll bet down here for value. Check fold this. You can sometimes just lead here for value. Double suited hand, deceptive, because it looks stronger than it is, but 5-handed I'm going to open it. Or maybe it doesn't look stronger than it is, but you have the 2 suits, and one of them's an ace, so it looks nice. But since this suit is low, and you have connectedness here and connectedness here, but the 4 cards aren't really working together in terms of connectedness, it's definitely not the best holding. Okay, we got defended. This flop doesn't look that great, but it misses enough of his hands that we're going to bet it. Obviously, we don't have much of anything if he check raises us, so we're just going to bet fold. We have the gut shot. Sometimes I'll take a free one there, but more often I'll just bet it. Here we got dry kings, no suit, no nothing, but we're on the button, open them. Seems kind of weak to, like, if we were to fold kings to a 3-bet there, but that's the type of kings that we might consider doing it, just because they so rarely flop well, and you're basically set mining only. So I'm tempted to just fold this out of position, and I think I'm going to fold that. You got the 2 suits, but one of them's low, the connectedness is bad. Out of position, you don't want to play hands like that. Okay, we'll fold that. Okay, we just made aces full on this river. There's of course a couple full houses, but this guy checked both streets. He's good, so I know he would build a pot with a bigger full house or with a straight flush, so I'm going to bet this for value. And plus, I'm not representing too much there, so he might look me up light. Since I had checked the flop and the turn. Yeah, that was nice winning our all-in with the, Okay, this hand's tough to play down here. We flop top and bottom, but it's a four-way pot. And this guy's leading. His lead's pretty weak, so it's pretty rare that top set or even Jack 10. You would expect them to lead full pot here. So what I'm going to do is, but our hand's not that great. I mean, we do have a gut shot to go with it, so I think I am just going to raise and get it in. He doesn't have that big of a stack. If the other guy cold 4-bets or something, then I'll probably fold. Yeah. And I just think we have the best hand a large amount of the time here, and now we often don't, but yeah, God, that's sick. I think we still have to call, just on the off chance he has a worse 2-pair or something. No, that's about what I thought he had. Yeah, it's kind of gross, so, but what are you going to do? That's about what I put him on. I maybe should have raised flop bigger, but he was never folding. I just don't know why he didn't, like, shove.